Hello. It's looking a little bit. Let me hold on. Wipe that down. Hello. Hey, Tara Boo. Happy New Year. Bitty bitty bum bop. That's how I feel today. Bitty bitty bum bop. Hey, Miss Lattimore. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, y'all. I got some really good news. I can't share it yet, but I did. Thank you. Thank you, darling. I'm so excited for the news that I just received. What up, Chev? When I tell you my God be working, oh my goodness, he be working it out. All you got to do is just believe and have faith. But, Happy New Year. Discussions with Didi Parker. Welcome back. How you been? How you feel? How was the holidays? Are some of you back to work? Did the kiddies go back to school? What's going on? Thank you. I'm so happy to be back. So I could not come back to y'all in the new year. Oh, I did this wrong. I could not come back to y'all. Hey, mama. In the new year, looking broke down, busted, and disgusted. So, yeah, I had to get the hair did. So this is what we did. But yeah, Happy New Year. What a start to the new year. 5 days in. Hey, Pat, Happy New Year. 5 days in, and it's, this U.S. strike and mess. So, but I'm happy to be back. So welcome back to Discussions with Didi Parker. As you can see, the setup hasn't changed quite yet, but we're going to get there in due time. But like I said, welcome back. Discussions with Didi Parker. The top of the new year to you. Happy New Year. 5 days in. I'm just waiting for Twitch, okay? I'm stalling a little bit because I'm waiting for Twitch to come up. But yeah. Again, I'm glad to be back, y'all. Hey, Mama. Chef said, hey, Pat. Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Chef. Thank you, guys. We're going to get into it. I've been very undecided on what I wanted to come back and start the new year with because there's been so much stuff going on, including like the airstrikes and Pastor Jamal Bryant's wife. Them church folks, is big mad at Pastor Jamal Bryant. Hey, Miss Lattimore, Happy New Year. And that outfit, child, and I didn't see nothing wrong with it. Some of you church folks is too uptight, child. And that's the problem. You wonder why folks don't want to go to church no more. Okay, that's the reason right there. It's okay. Get your panties out of a bunch, my church folks. I'm just being real with it. But let's get into the topic. Let me go here to kick off the new year. It's only right. This woman, she wants to know was she wrong for what she did, and let's get into it. Sorry, y'all. So, here it goes. She says, my boyfriend has been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get my car fixed. Cool. I never asked him to, but I appreciate it. Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank stash statement. Gee, she had $10K in it. She had a $10K emergency stash, and he got mad. She said, he talked about all this time you had the money, and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. She said, sir, first of all, this is my emergency money. As my man, that's what you're supposed to do. This is for for when life punches me in the throat. If I gotta move fast or if something happens to me or my kids, not for my routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad and ish like I betrayed him. Welcome back, baby Barack. Happy New Year. Welcome back to Discussions with Didi Parker. Was she wrong? Was she wrong for this? Was she wrong for hoarding her money? Was she wrong for hoarding her money and making the boyfriend pay for the car? Was she wrong for hoarding the money? Hold on, y'all. You know I can't do two things at once. But was girlfriend wrong for not telling boyfriend about her secret stash of $10K? Was she wrong for not telling for not telling her boyfriend about her secret stash of 10K. I'm sorry, I can't do two things at once. The older I get, the worse it becomes. I cannot really do two things at once, and I'm trying to get up onto Twitch real quick. Hey, Trigger Trail. Nah, she wasn't. Mama said, yeah, she was. Oh, ho, ho. I love it when we have different perspectives. All right, Mama, why do you feel like she was wrong? Or why do you feel like she... Yeah, she was. You feel like she was wrong? Okay, Mama, why do you feel like she was wrong? And then, Pat, why do you feel like she wasn't wrong? Interesting perspective. I'm just curious. Why y'all feel the way that y'all feel? Why do you feel like the girlfriend was wrong or the boyfriend was wrong? And is it the boyfriend's obligation to pay for her car troubles, car maintenances, and stuff like that? But sometimes you gotta stash some stuff. I'm sorry, fellas. You might not like my response today. Sometimes you do gotta stash some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta have that little secret hush, 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 hush. You feel me? Hush, hush, hush money. Or whatnot. So the question today is, was she wrong? Was she wrong for not divulging that she had an extra 10K stashed away for a rainy day? What up, Twitchily? Welcome. Happy New Year, Twitch. Again, we're already live on IG. Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome to my new followers and subscribers on YouTube. I really super appreciate you guys. My new YouTube family. Y'all really did y'all big one with that last video. That TI video I did, 44K. On YouTube. So crazy. So I thank you. Thank you for running it up. 44K. So it just makes me, I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. But getting back to discussions with Dee Dee Parker, was his girlfriend wrong for not divulging that she had a secret stash? And then I'll get into the details in case you're just now joining us. Pat said, hell, it's a man's responsibility to keep his girl's car up. It's okay to keep money back. My wife does, and I got some stash away too. I think everybody should have a stash. I think husband, wife, I think everybody should have a stash. Why not? Chef said, Ote. Mama said she should have paid for the car repair from the money. Mama, why you feel like she should have paid for it? Chef said she was not wrong. As good as a female to have something stashed, because men will have something from self-stash and not tell you. I'm with you. Hey, babe. Happy New Year. Well, we already said Happy New Year, but Happy New Year. Mama said, I keep a stash always. So how you saying she wrong for not keeping a stash? Hey, Mr. Clifford, welcome back. Pat said to you, Mama, that's her man's job, Mama. LOL. She shouldn't have to worry about that. And Mama said, true to you, Pat. Welcome, new folks. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a safe and blessed New Year. So this is the topic today. Welcome back to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Woman wrote in, not to the show, but wrote into social media on X and said, my boyfriend has been outside heavy the past few days, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get my car fixed. Cool, she said, right? I never asked him. I hate when folks do that. Oh, that's that ungrateful talk. I never asked you to do it, but you didn't tell me not to do it either. Anyway, I never asked him to, but I appreciate it. Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with my 10K emergency stash, and he lost his mind. He talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. Sir, she said, first of all, that's my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. The money is for if life punches me in the throat, I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or my kids. Not my routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad as ish, like I betrayed him. Was she wrong? Was she wrong for making him come out of his pocket? He been working all this OT overtime to get this car fixed, and he really didn't have to do it because she had the coins. Tell him. Was she wrong for that? Do you divulge the stash? I see you, Baby Brock. Happy New Year, my friend. Baby Rock said she's dead ass wrong. She's using him. Dump that trash fast. That's how we gonna kick off the new year, Baby Rock. Welcome back, sir. Chef said it's good as the man to rack of his female to take care of his. Yeah, I would think I understand why he's mad. I ain't gonna front. I would be a little salty if I found out boyfriend had 10K stash and didn't help me get my car fixed. He had 10K stash and he didn't. I would be like, really, for real? And you over here letting me? Mr. Clifford said yes. So Mr. Clifford, you feel like the girlfriend is wrong for withholding this. Why? Mama said, why he mad? Because he had to work a little harder. I believe so. That is why he is mad. Because he had to work hard. And she just was sitting on 10K and didn't say nothing. I'm sorry. I don't mean to laugh. But I'm laughing. It's not funny, though. I don't know. Because, again, if I found out boyfriend was sitting on 10K and was letting me out here work, I would be a little salty, like, damn, bro, I'm good for it. I'll pay you back. But, I mean, I don't know. Now, if the shoe was on the other foot, now, I wouldn't hide. But it's always good to have some rainy day money. That's what I'll say. It's always good to have some rainy day money. Just in case things do go, astray, and you do got to pull out something, a Hail Mary. So, I don't know. I'm torn with this one, y'all. Happy New Year. I don't know. But was she wrong for sitting on this 10K stash and not letting her boyfriend know anything? Should she have told her boyfriend, like, I got 10K, so you don't got to work so hard? Or maybe, maybe she should have went half with him on the car repairs. Maybe like, hey, I know you've been working hard, but I am sitting on a little something. I'll go half with you on the repairs. I don't know. Mama said a man who pays for everything is a headache. Well, you got to know what you want. You got to take with the good. I guess they say the good with the bad. Baby Rock said that's not his wife, not his responsibility. Good guys finish last, as we can see. Do you consider that him finishing last? Or I consider him to be a good boyfriend. Even though she didn't tell him. You know what I'm saying? I consider that to be a good boyfriend. But I promise you, he learned a very valuable lesson in all this. He better get his own damn stash. I promise you, he learned a very valuable lesson. If he didn't learn nothing from this lesson, he learned that he, too, needs his own stash. Mama said to you, Baby Barack, not always. And she's right. Good guys not always do finish last. The way some of y'all are saying, y'all feel like is this a betrayal? Is this the ultimate betrayal? Like, do y'all consider this to be like something that's betrayal? Somebody not telling you that they had 10K. Because she didn't lie. You can't sit here and say she lied. So we're not going to do that. You can't sit here and say that she lied. She just didn't tell him about the situation. So, and I was always told, you don't add, don't tell. You don't add, don't tell, yeah. So, for my new folks that have just joined, welcome back to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Today, I'm asking if this girlfriend is wrong in this situation. So here it goes. I got this off X. A woman wrote in and said, my boyfriend been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get my car fixed. Cool. Tizzo, Happy New Year, my friend. Welcome back. Asking if this girlfriend is wrong in this situation. Said her boyfriend has been outside heavy for the past couple weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles so he could help get her car fixed. She said, cool. She never asked him to do it, though, but she appreciates it. That's so ungrateful. Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with my 10K emergency stash and lost his mind. He talking about all the times you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. She said, sir, first of all, that's my emergency money. As a man, that is what you're supposed to do. The money is for if life punches me in the throat, if I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or my kids. Not for my routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad and ish like I betrayed him. So the question is, was she wrong? Now that we know the scenario, was she wrong for this? Should she have told him about her private stash? I don't know who did, I can't see what you got going on Twitch. I don't know why I can't see my, chat Twitch. So if you just sent something, I do apologize because I cannot see it. What up, S Squad Studios? Asking, if this woman was wrong for secretly sitting on a 10K stash, while her boyfriend, Trini, what up, long time no hear, wagwan, my friend. Question today is, welcome back to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Happy New Year for the new folks. We're talking about today, a woman, is she wrong for sitting on a 10K stash? She had $10,000 saved up, and she said it was for an emergency while her boyfriend was out here hustling, picking up extra shifts so he could get her car fixed. She said she never asked him to do it. She appreciates it, but she never asked him to do it. He found out about the secret stash, and now he's mad. Is she wrong? Is she wrong for that? Should she have told him about the money? Should she have told him that she had an extra 10K? S-Squad said no, she's not. Why you feel like that? Just curious, because we got mixed opinions on here. Some folks saying she wrong, some folks saying she not wrong. Why do you feel like she's wrong, S-Squad? Just curious. Curious minds would like to know why you feel that way. I'm torn in this situation because I know if boyfriend had a secret stash and I was out here hustling and picking up, different shifts, I would be a little perturbed, peed off. But then again, I would have to respect it because that's his money. He did work for it. You feel what I'm saying? But I would be a little upset. But then again, ask me if I would probably maybe offer half. I don't know. Trini said she's wrong because of the situation, but she's not wrong in the overall sense. Ooh, what up, Lee? S-Squad said investment is hard to bring back. What you mean by that? What you mean by that, S-Squad? You said investments are hard to bring back. You're saying that he, because he's out here picking up these different shifts, that she's now an investment. I'm gonna say he shouldn't have been snooping. See? How you gonna put that on that man? S-Squad said once spent, it is gone. I mean, it's facts. Pat, and I'm not sure if Pat is still here with us. I'm sorry, y'all. I was doing laundry the other day, so if you saw my laundry, I apologize. Pat said, as a man, he should want to, that should be something that he wants to do, like, as a man. Hey, Auntie, thank you, Auntie. Malcolm did it as always. Yes. Well, Happy New Year, Auntie, and welcome back to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Thank you guys for joining in today. Mama said never keep my stash in a bank. Where you keep your stash at, Mama? Under the mattress. Thank you, Auntie. Yes, Malcolm. Yes, he did his big one. Hey, Jonathan. So, welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. We are talking about a woman. She wrote into X, and she said that her boyfriend found out about her 10K stash and is mad about it because he has picked up some shifts, some extra hustles to help her get her car fixed. She said she never asked him to help her get her car fixed. She appreciates it. But now he's mad because he found out about the 10K. She didn't tell him. She found out. And in her defense, she's saying that the 10K is for emergencies, not for car maintenance. But girl, the 10K should be for your car too, because that's an emergency. Because how you getting back and forth to work if you ain't got no car? I mean, I would consider that to be part of the emergency fund. No, am I wrong? Mama said in a safe. I hear you, or a safe deposit box. I mean, where I put my money is where I put the money. What does it? I get it though. I mean, I don't know. Again, I think I would be feel a type of way if boyfriend hit the fact that he stashed up 10K. Okay. And I'm over here humping and trying to figure out how I'm going to pay this damn, get my car fixed. And you got 10K sitting there and I'm out here working like a Hebrew trying to get it fixed and you didn't tell me. But then don't ask me if the shoe was on the other foot because I'm not answering that question. Auntie said, how did he find out? He must have been snooping, Auntie. They didn't go through the details on how he found out. Hey Todd, it just said, tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with my 10K emergency stash and lost his mind. He talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. And she said, sir, first of all, this is my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. The money is for if life punched me in the throat, if I got to move fast, or if something happened to me or my kids. Baby Rex said, as a man, he should want to do it. Ain't hitting the same anymore. Wait. Baby Rex said it's 2026, baby. We're going to leave that. That's why they clown brothers like dude, sucker and wait. I don't consider him to be a sucker. Babe said, I be like hype, like, hey, dinner on you for the next, right, babe? You be like, dinner on you for the next month. Let go. He said, I want scallops, T-bone. Auntie, mama said to you snooping. That's probably what he was doing. Good afternoon, miss your topic. The topic today is, was this girlfriend wrong for keeping a 10K stash from her boyfriend? So, just to break it down, well, I'll read the whole thing because we got some new folks on. And welcome to Discussions with Didi Parker and Happy New Year and all that good stuff. Twitch, I don't know what we got glitching today on Twitch because I can't see y'all comments, so I apologize. Here we go. My boyfriend been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get my car fixed. Cool. I never asked him to, but I appreciate it. I hate when folks do that. Do not ever tell somebody you don't ask them to do something, because that is just the most ungratefulest thing that you can ever say to somebody. Well, I didn't ask you to do it. Well, you didn't stop me either. But she said she appreciated it. Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with my 10K emergency stash and lost his mind. He talked about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. Sir, first of all, this is my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. That money is for if life punches me in the throat, if I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or my kids. Not my routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad and ish like I betrayed him. I mean, the emergency funds is for car maintenance. I mean, at least I thought, correct me if I'm wrong, I thought savings was part of, hey, just in case I'm break down in the house, just in case I'm going with the car, something happened with the kids. I mean, that's, maybe it's me. Hold on, y'all. Trini said, yep, if I'm hustling extra to help you fix your car and you got emergency money, if but highly upset also, but we can make that back together. So let's get your car fixed ASAP. Okay. I'd be upset. Not if. He said I'd be upset. But I'm not sure. I think I understand what you're saying, Trini. You would be upset, but you would get over it because the car got to get fixed anyway. Auntie said that's crazy. Auntie. Mama said, how do you accidentally stumble? Yeah, how do you accidentally stumble on 10K? Tell me why this man accidentally stumbled upon, well, her secret bank account. Maybe she left the window open on her phone. Ain't no telling. Yeah, but how do you accidentally stumble on somebody's bank account? And girl, tell me the secrets. How the hell did you save 10K in this economy? Girl, everything high. Beef, groceries through the roof. Please share your insight, your input. I would love to know, especially again in this economy, in this environment. How the hell did you? Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry if it was paused. Mama said, Auntie said, right, Mama. He was snooping. I mean, he wanted to see. He probably was snooping to see if she was cheating. Probably like, I'm working too damn much. Let me make sure before I do all this that this is legit. And she ain't cheating. And I ain't just doing this for no reason. That's probably what he was really looking for. But then, yeah. Trini said, so wait, do y'all significant other not have their own personal accounts? Maybe she had hers open. Again, there's more to this. There's always more to the story. There's always more. But I don't know how he accidentally stumbled upon, and this is just her boyfriend. So, boyfriend and girlfriends don't usually have joint accounts, right? At least I'm not familiar with that. Trini said, do you all even have your own personal? Mama said, LOL, he paid for everything. That's how she said, you right. Good observation, Mama. Good observation. You's right about that. You's right about that. Oh my goodness. Welcome, F.A. Welcome. Happy New Year. I know you're going to probably say this woman is wrong, but I'm going to ask the question anyway. And maybe you might surprise me today, F.A. It's 2026, so let's see. Is this woman wrong for keeping the fact that she stashed $10K from her boyfriend after he's been out here trying to hustle up the money to get her? Welcome to my podcast, girl. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Welcome. Happy New Year to my folks. F.A. I tried to let you in. I don't know what happened. F.A. I just tried to let you in. I don't know what happened. I think that was you. Okay, try it again, F.A. Because I don't know what happened. I just tried to let you in. Okay, let's try that. Here we go. Yes, hey Nikki. Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Once again, Happy New Year to my folks on Twitch, YouTube. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow my YouTube folks. And YouTube, I just want to thank y'all again for going ham with that TI video, 44K. So thank you for running it up. But again, make sure you like, subscribe, and follow YouTube. And then of course IG fam, where we do this every day. After I tried to do it, it's saying unable to join. So I just tried to do it again. But was this woman wrong? So we'll run it back. Boyfriend has this woman wrote into X, right? And said her boyfriend had been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get her car fixed, right? She said, cool. I never asked. Yeah, babe, I was asking you what was your question. Go ahead, drop it. I was trying to get you in. She said, I never asked him to do it, but I appreciate it, right? About the car getting fixed. She said, tell me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with 10K emergency. What up, yardies? Stash and lost his mind. He talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. She said, sir, first of all, that's my emergency money. Okay, F.A., I don't know what's going on, why you can't join. First of all, that's my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. The money is for if life punches me in the throat, if I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or my kids, not for routine car maintenance. Now he walking around here mad and ish like I betrayed him. So the question today is, was this woman wrong for not divulging the stash, 10K stash, to her man? Babe said, did she accumulate that before they met or while they were together? That's a good question. She never said, because that makes a difference, right? That makes a difference whether it was accumulated before they got together or while they were together. Good observation. That's a good question. But does it change it? They are not married, Nick. Nope, they are not married. They are just dating. So I feel like because they're not married, she really didn't have to disclose that. She didn't have to disclose that information to him. I mean, I can see if they were married and she didn't disclose that information, but they're boyfriend and girlfriend. So technically, she's not obligated to divulge that information. Um, do they live together? I think they do live together. What up, FA? Happy New Year to
Yo,
you, my
yo,
friend.
yo. Happy New
How are you?
Year.
How you feeling?
Good, 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 good.
Did you hear what we're talking about today?
I heard most of it. Only thing I need to clarify is how did this start? He said that the girl needed to get her car fixed, right? And he
Mm,
said the man started working extra shifts.
yes.
Did the girl ask him? Like, how did this get initiated?
No. So I'll read it back to the new folks. Hey Martel. Uh that's your boy, FA. He said my boy.
Oh, yeah,
So
what's
I'll read
up?
it back for the new folks. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. It says my boyfriend's been outside heavy the past few weeks, picking up extra shifts and side hustles to get my car fixed. Cool. I never asked him to do it. But I
Oh, wow.
appreciate it. Tell
Okay.
me why this man accidentally stumbled across my little secret bank account statement with my 10K emergency stash and lost his
Wow.
mind. He talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. She said, "Sir, first of all, this is my emergency money, and as a man, that's what you're supposed to do. This money is for if
Whoa.
I knew you was good. I knew you was good. I knew it. This money, because I knew you was gonna come back.
Leave it to women, boy.
As a man, this is what you're supposed to do. That money is for if life punches me in the throat, if I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or the kids, not for routine car maintenance. Now he walking around mad and shit, like he betrayed. Whew. All right,
Yeah.
all right, FA.
Every time I be like, I agree with the women. I do some shit that, say some wild shit that I be like, see, you went too far. So listen,
Don't worry.
fellas, anytime you hear a woman phrase things, I want to, in 2026, my focus is on
Hey, Tasha Boo.
teaching, teaching men how women's manipulative tactics, right? So when
Mm-hmm.
they say stuff like "as a man," I need you to know that your ears should go on alert because it's usually something that they're being manipulative about. They're assigning things to you, and they're phrasing it in a way in which they know they'll get a reaction out of you, right? Because no man likes to get their manhood challenged and so on and so forth. But he was wrong. She's 100% wrong and manipulative for saying, as a man, it's his job to get her car fixed. His girlfriend's car fixed? No, it's 100% not his responsibility. I agree with her initially, though. If he chose to get her pick extra shifts up to get her car fixed, then it should have been just that. Just because I don't know why he had an assumption that she didn't have any money, but Um, I mean, you did that. I mean, it's a lot of missing information, but I'm assuming he never asked her how much money she had or anything like that. You know what I mean? He just took it upon him. So if you want to do a good deed, do a good deed. Don't go to her act like you betrayed. She didn't do nothing wrong to you by not disclosing that she had emergency money. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing
Okay.
wrong with that. I don't think she's wrong for that at all. I think she's wrong for saying as a man, she's supposed to get her car fixed. Now that's a negative. You know what I mean? That's
Okay.
100% a negative. But her disclosing her emergency fund, no. He
Okay.
no. He a little childish for that. For even
Let's
assuming.
right that she had to. Let's run it back to the new folks. Welcome to Discussions with Dee Dee Parker. Happy New Year. We're talking about a woman. Is his girlfriend wrong for not disclosing her secret stash? And I'm talking about like 10K secret stash after her boyfriend picked up like extra shifts and side hustles because her car was broken down. Now she said she did not ask the boyfriend for his assistance, but she appreciates it. But he found out, and now he's mad about it. So does he have a right to feel mad? He feels a little betrayed. Um, Hold on. Pat said she didn't have to say nothing. They not married. Um, Nick said not his
She right.
business. She has kids and needs a cushion for her and her kids. Baby Barack said, and he didn't have to pay for her car repairs because she ain't his wife. She handled him. you, I don't feel like she handled him because she didn't disclose that, Baby Barack. I don't feel like that. Nick said, man, shut the F up. Hey, Tasha, thank you, boo. Had to do something different. I can't be a broke down, dusty, musty female all my life. Now, I'm just joking. But I definitely felt like that in 2025, but that's another story. We're in a new year. Auntie said, so a thought, if she's working, he was probably paying the bills and she was banking some of her money. I'm sure of it. Hey, Clean Clean. Hey, Cuts
Oh, they
T.
live together. So there's so many details I didn't know. You know what I
Um,
mean?
I'm not 100% sure if they live together because that's not what was said in this.
Right.
I'm assuming they live together because, and I hate when you assume, but I'm assuming because he found out about her 10K. Because how do you stumble upon that if you're not living with somebody?
I think, I think even if they do live together, it's still, this is a good lesson for men. That this is the one reason why you shouldn't be shacking in the first place. If you want to live with somebody, you should be doing it with the intention to be married. Two, if you're going to become taking, see, this is what happens when you play house. You ain't here playing like your husband, taking care of her, but in reality, she don't have wifely responsibilities to you, just like you in certain areas and you over there assuming she would, and that's your foolishness. You know what I'm saying? Because you playing house. That ain't your wife. You're not responsible for fixing her car. If you wanted to fix her car, it's going to be out of your just good heart or whatever. That's what you wanted to do. But boyfriend and girlfriends don't have to reveal, the secret stash or whatever you want to. I don't even know why you call it a secret. It's just her savings.
It's her
It's not
money,
even a
right?
secret. It's her money. It's not even a secret. It's not your business until you answer, right? Until you like
I
ask
was
her and
about to
want to
ask you
get
that
married.
question, Fa. I was about to throw another twist to it. Now,
Okay.
if they were married, would this change the scenario?
100%. 100%. First of all, you shouldn't have any money that I don't know about if I'm married to you.
Mm. So let me ask
You
you a
shouldn't.
question, Fa. You don't have like
Right.
a maybe a shoebox you put some money in, wifey. She might not know about it,
Nah, nah, I don't.
so
Not at
she knows
all. I
about
mean,
all your finances.
she do. She do know. She might not know how much is in it because it's growing, but she knew, what it was at one point. You know what I mean?
So let me
I'm
ask you
not
another
like
question,
constantly
Fa.
updating her. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So let me ask you another question, Fa. You and wifey just have joint accounts. Y'all don't have like personal individual accounts. Y'all keep.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We got one joint account and then, the bunch of separate accounts. See, who knows? I don't even know how many bank accounts we got. To be honest, I just know, what we have together.
Okay, so you're only worried about what you guys got together. You don't care about the personal stuff.
Well, no, I knew how much she had before me, before we got together. So that's why I said that's a question. That's a question you ask before you marry her. You don't ask her, you do that after you marry her. When you picking a wife or you're trying to decide who you want to be with, you ask some questions. Hey, how much money do you have? How much money? That was important to me. How much savings do you have? Oh, I got 10K over here. That's my emergency. Okay, cool. These are the things, this information that's important too. And then you got to think, there's some people that believe that when they get married, they become one. So that 10K is now our 10K, right? And then some people believe when you get married that that money is still their money. You know what I mean? It just depends on whatever works for y'all too. You know what I'm saying?
But question, I'm sorry. Wouldn't that
Okay.
not be their money if they got that money before they got with you? I'm just asking.
No, well, no, it's all it is their money before they get married. So again, it's depending on how you view it. Some people view when they get married, your money is now my money is now your money, or at least maybe a portion of it, right? Maybe a portion of it. You may say, yeah, I got 10K for that was my savings, but I'm gonna give you five. I'm gonna give us five and put it in our joint savings, and I'm gonna keep five, and that'll remain mine, and vice versa, right? You know what I mean? It's just a discussion.
But if I play devil's
Okay, go
advocate,
ahead.
I play devil's advocate. But if
Right,
I earned that money
right.
before I say I played for the WNBA, just hypothetically,
Sure,
right?
sure.
I signed a 5 million something some whatever
And
contract.
that's an extreme though, but go ahead.
Okay, 2.5 million.
No,
I don't
that's
know what
too
it is.
much. That's a lot. Now we talking millions. I understand you on that one. That's different when a person got millions and another person got hundreds of dollars. It's not, comparable. But when we talking 10 grand, I'm not saying that's a little bit of money, but we talking 10,000. That's not like millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's
But
10
that's the
grand.
money I earned before I met you, though.
No, I got you. I got you. Okay, and this is the part where the selfishness is starting to come out a little bit. Let me tell you why.
No, no, no.
Because what if,
I'm
hold
playing
on, no,
devil's
but
advocate. I'm playing devil's advocate. We're gonna go
no, no,
deep.
yeah, this ain't DD. I'm talking to the woman. So if you got 10 grand, but you never asked me how much I got. So what if I got 20 grand? Now what? And I told you, you put up 5,000, I'm gonna put up 10,000. It and now joint savings is gonna have 15,000 in it. You keep your five, I keep my 10 because we both gonna put 50% of our money in it. See, you okay with us putting 50% of the money if I'm contributing more than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, now it's all good, right? What about it being your money before we were together and you earned it and all of that? Where'd that go?
I mean, I get what I gotta play devil's advocate though,
Uh,
because
I
but
know.
no, FA, seriously, FA, you 20,000, and you're not married. We're taking that out.
Hypothetically,
This is hypothetically. You are a bachelor. You got
yeah,
50K in your account. Okay,
hey, yeah, okay,
you meet the woman. You meet your wife now. Y'all get married. That money
right.
now becomes that 50K now becomes her 50K.
I mean, the way I would do it, I would. Maybe not the whole 50K, but the reality is that 50K gonna be gone. Cause we get married, I gotta buy if I'm buying the house, then there go 20 of it gone. Now I'm down to 30K, right? And then I might be like, here go $10,000 to start our joint savings. Now I got 20K left. And then guess what? Now I might want to get you, I don't fucking know, you need a new car. Who knows? You know what I mean? We having babies and shit. The money just start getting dwindling. You see what I mean? So it fool. Now you know damn well you ain't gonna be. Oh, you might be able to fit that way. Go that way. Yeah. So it just depends on like where you at in life, how old you are, how confident you are in your relationship, and I don't recommend what I do to other people unless you got a woman that you feel is willing to sacrifice everything she has the way you're willing to sacrifice all the money you done saved up. You know what I mean? And if she feels like you're obligated to spend all your money and she's supposed to keep all her money, then that's not the woman you should be with.
Mm.
That's what I suggest to men.
Clean. Welcome.
What
Happy New
up?
Year. Clean.
Happy
I
New
think you
Year.
were saying, hell, she's wrong.
Oh yeah. Nah,
Why is she wrong?
well,
Why do
I
you feel like she's
mean,
wrong?
well, okay, this how I look at it. Like the whole purpose of having a relationship or, being boyfriend, girlfriend is building trust. Like we're building trust within one another so that we can graduate to the next step. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that you, cause, and I guess I'm understanding the scenario because I came in late, but if it's a situation where you have a stash of money that could fix your issue, but instead of using that, you're gonna let me work to death to do it. That is already establishing like bad trust. Like I don't like now. How do we graduate to the next level? Like I don't trust you. Like I don't trust that you'll be fully transparent with me.
You know
And
what?
and it's like I don't trust that you'll be fully
You
transparent
know,
with me, especially in scenarios where you have to make a sacrifice.
Okay,
So
but they're not
how
married
do
though,
we?
clean. I don't, I mean, they're not married. So,
right.
We're trying to get married one day, and that's why I need to learn to trust you during this phase. Like, why would I marry you after knowing that you are capable of withholding information and not being transparent
I think you,
and let, you know what I'm saying?
Efe, were you about to say something? Okay, he's spinning for a second. Let me read some of these comments and then I want to get back to that. Nick said, right. Baby Brock said she played him because he worked extra hard. She's sitting on the dough. he went hard on work because I'm sure he thought she didn't have it. Tasha said, I wish the F I would. Mama said, maybe he moved in with her. I don't know the story. I don't know how long they've been together. I don't know if he lives with her. I don't know the details. I just know that they're boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm not sure if they're his kids or not. Nikki said absolutely 100%. Tasha said, I mean, as long as she told him, babe, I can take care of it. Like as long as he knows she can handle it, but still offered, then hey, he did his girl a solid because he wanted to. Hopefully she would too. Babe said, sheesh, I don't know. Nick said they should have talked about their finances getting together gradually if they are serious. Babe said if she had it before y'all met, then I don't know. If you made that with me, then maybe. Hey JB, happy Monday. What up, Superpad? Happy Monday, happy New Year. Tasha said that 10K gonna stay my 10K. I might let you hold something. Mama said I had a stash because my ex wanted to control all my money. And Tasha said, actually, in my divorce, the judge did not allow my husband any parts of my assets that was gained before marriage. Anything he kept that was mine was negotiated because I kept something else that was ours. Hey, Mr. Cannon. And Mama said, what if the man wants to spend all the money and doesn't want the woman to spend the money? That's a good question. Clean, I want to go back to what you were saying. They're not married though, clean. So I don't feel like she's not entitled to share that information. You do feel like this is some sort of betrayal though.
Well, I know. Here's the thing. Like, I agree with what you're saying. She's not entitled to share it. But what I'm saying is,
Hey Joe.
but what I'm saying is, in the relationship stage, we're building trust so that we can get married one day. So what I'm technically, she's not entitled to tell him about it, but it would be a good faith in building trust to do so. Like, just like how like women don't want to be used for like sex or for their body, like men, we don't want to be used for our resources. You know what
But
I'm
how do
saying?
you
Like,
figure that she's using him for her resources? Because she didn't
because
tell him about the 10K?
because what is a stash for? A stash is for
You just said
emergency.
what it was for.
What was it for?
Hold on. Hey, Tech, I'm back. All right, we got some new folks. Welcome back to Discussions with Dee Parker, and Happy New Year to you. We're talking about a woman. She has a secret stash, 10K, that her boyfriend just found out about. He feels mad and betrayal because he picked up extra shifts and side hustles so he could help pay for her car. She said she didn't ask him to do none of it, but she appreciates it. Now, I'm going back to your question, clean. She said, so we're getting back to where he found the secret 10K stash and lost his mind, talking about all this time you had money and I'm out here busting my ass for your car. She said, sir, first of all, that's my emergency money. As a man, that's what you're supposed to do. The money is for if life punched me in the throat, if I gotta move fast, or if something happens to me or my kids.
Man, yeah, I'm breaking up with her.
But she didn't betray your trust, is what I'm trying to say to you.
But what I'm
You're
saying is,
saying it as if she betrayed your trust.
first of all, I'm not. I'm so tired of
Sizzle.
hearing. I'm so tired of hearing that you a man. That's what you supposed to do. Because we can't tell y'all shit what y'all
Oh
supposed.
God.
So the thing is, no,
That's that manipulative stuff, Clean. That's that
yeah,
manipulative
yeah,
stuff.
man. That's manipulative, man, and that's why. And it takes men, it takes experience to learn how to like get out of that. Because when you older and coming up, especially a lot of these dudes raised by single moms, you are taught to be put your cape on and be Mr. Savior. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? But until you use a few times your resources, and then you realize that you got this role that you're supposed to play in a woman's life, but it ain't nothing she's supposed to do for you, then you start to realize like, yo, this is one sided, you know? And so in that situation, yo, life did punch you. You got your car is messed up. And the thing is you could have told me about the stash and I probably still would have helped you. You see what
This
I'm saying?
why
That's why I
this
say we're
why this
building
this
trust. I
why I
can't trust you
disagree.
now.
this is why I disagree with you, Clean Clean. Because I do disagree with you. I don't think that this is the problem, and maybe it will teach us as a community to stop playing house. Because you don't have she don't, she's your girlfriend. Whether y'all live together or not, she's your girlfriend. And she don't got a responsibility to tell you unless you ask. Now, I gotta assume he never asked. Because anything outside of that, then she would be a liar, right? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I'm assuming he never asked. And but this is what we teach us as men that you're responsible for the questions that you ask and the questions you don't ask, right? So you make an assumption, which is not masculine, right? As a man, it's not a masculine trait for us to be assuming things, especially when we can just ask. You know what I'm saying? Hey, do you have any money? Do you have, do you have the ability to fix your car? She could have said, yeah, I got a little built up little savings account that I got, but I'm not really comfortable in using that right now. You know what I mean? She could have, it could have been that way that done. But to assume, I'ma always blame the guy if he's making assumptions. He just assuming she don't have no money. Why? You know what I mean? Now we don't have enough information because there's a lot of holes in this story, but I'm just assuming he didn't ask. You know
So
what I'm
let me
saying?
ask you this. Let me ask you this. If her boyfriend and her
Mhm.
is out on a date
Yeah.
and somebody comes and tries to assault her,
Yeah.
is is it his responsibility to put his life on the line and protect her
As a boyfriend, that's a tricky
as a
question.
boyfriend?
That's a good
That's a
one now.
tricky question, but this is what I'll say. We'll say in real life, we would. If this is your woman and this is a woman you seeking to be with as your wife, I would say yes. We would do it. Is it our responsibility? I don't actually think it's our responsibility because
So
it's not your wife,
just
but
like
we
you
would do it though.
so just like you said, it's not our responsibility, but we would do it though. I expect the same thing in
But
reverse.
she's not
Like I
obligated
said,
to tell you about
well,
her
no,
Right.
secret
here's the thing.
stash.
Here's the thing. A real dude, I don't want your money. You ain't got to be scared to tell me. I'm still gonna help you. Like it's not about
But you want her to
you
be
holding.
forthcoming.
Yeah,
You want her to volunteer information.
because I'm trying to
Yeah,
marry her one
right.
day.
That's what that
Because
is.
because I'm trying to marry her one day. And the thing is like I'm not a genius. I'm not gonna think of every question to ask
But you
you.
don't need that. But that's a major one though, clean, clean. That's a major.
Yeah.
That's not a small one. That is something that you should know to ask. It's about 10 questions that every man should have listed that these are vital things that you should know about the
Oh
woman
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah, yeah.
potentially
No, no,
marrying.
no. True, no, true. And when I'm saying, like you said, it's holes in the story. We don't know if
Right, right.
acts or whatever. But what I'm saying is, I I'm looking for you to do the things that I'm not asking. That's what's gonna make you my wife. That's what's gonna make me trust you.
But
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 that's
you're
why I
not
agree.
supposed
You
to.
can't do everything though.
Yeah,
if
her
I'm
I,
in
not
a
this is
divulging to
situation with
10K
you,
to you.
if I'm in a
Her not
situation
divulging
with
10K
you,
to you should not break any type of trust. She just didn't tell you. You don't. What's the rule? Don't ask, don't tell, or
so let
whatever
me
they say.
no, I don't necessarily agree with that though, but
so if I'm busting my ass to make sure she got a situation and she sees it inconvenience in my life, she sees me losing sleep, she sees me losing time with my family because I'm trying to help her. You don't think that she would at least offer and be like, well, hey, you know what? I do got a little bit of bread over here. I maybe because I would probably still be like, nah, you know what? Keep your bread. We gonna rock
I
this out.
think we add stuff to it. In my head, I'm
Yeah.
like busting your ass.
No,
You
well,
make
she
it
did.
seem like this
She
nigga
did.
doing like,
Fa.
I'm
She
just
did say
assuming he
that
picking
he.
up.
She did
But
say he was bust. She did say he was hustling. Hold on, cause Tech
okay,
is
that
on
just
here,
means
and I
picking
haven't
extra
given.
shifts up.
Yeah, she did say that he picked up some side hustles. Tech is on here, and I want him to chime in. Cause Tech, you said they both wrong.
Yeah, they both wrong. And it's not a situation of being wrong. It's more so this. It's both of their fault for not fucking communicating.
Mm.
Like communication literally saves a whole lot of issues. Not necessarily forthcoming, but just communicating. Like, yeah, she didn't have to tell him. Like, I totally think that every woman should have a stash somewhere, regardless of what your
Every
man do or
person.
make. Every person should have a
Yeah.
stash of
Yeah,
some
yeah,
sort.
sure.
I guess I ain't gonna front. I
Yeah,
don't tell mine what I got. Like for
right, of
what?
course.
Shit, if something come up and I need to handle it, fuck it, it's handled.
Yeah.
But to tell you everything I have, absolutely not. Now, if you're if like he said, I'm busting my ass for her, like the communication would have solved all of that. Because if you would have been like, yo, I'm about to pick up these extra shifts, I'm about to do this so that we can get all this shit done and it be over with, then bam, cool.
And
Nah, I
can
ain't.
I ask you
Nah,
a question?
sure, anything.
What's your brother name?
Tech.
Tech.
Jay?
Mm-hmm.
Tech.
Yeah.
Yep, tech.
Hey, Tech. So let's act like it's just three men in the room. Me, you, and Clean, right?
Cool.
I guarantee you there's responsibilities that we are, I believe that we are ultimately responsible for as a man. And
Okay.
when I say, I'm looking at him like how I would talk to my brother, I would say, well, why didn't you ask? See how easy it would have been? I don't care that she didn't tell you. I care that you
Hmm.
didn't ask. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
because it
that's
would
real.
avoid, all this would have been avoided. If you would, I'd have been like, well, why didn't you ask? Why did you put on your cape and decide that you was going to work all these extra shifts without getting information first? This as a man, you should have deductive skill. You should be thinking. You should say, okay, listen. My girl need to get her car fixed. I can pick up extra shifts. I can do all of this. Okay, but I'm doing this. This is what it sounds like. I'm doing this under the assumption that she don't have no money. You see what I'm saying? And that's why this guy feel betrayed. My question is,
Yeah.
why do you think she don't got no money? What made you, who told you she ain't had no money? Like why are you
Mm.
making that an assumption unless you ask? See, now if you said, hey, listen, do you have the money to get this fixed or something? And she say, no, I don't have no money, then now she's a liar.
Yeah, but
And then now
Exactly.
that's somebody you
she
shouldn't get
probably
with. But if you
she
would have
probably
asked
said that
and
though.
she would have said, yeah, I got a couple dollars, I got a rainy day stash that I save for, emergencies and stuff like that. I just don't really want to tap into that right now because maybe getting my car fixed is just not one of the number one priorities on my list. Okay, cool. And then as a man, you say, well, you know what? I'll get that done for you. But all that would have been avoided if you would have asked as a man. Forget the girl. I'm talking to just the fellas.
Yeah, yeah.
Forget the girl. Why didn't you ask?
No, no,
Because you're
no.
the one doing it. You're the one busting your ass doing all these extra shifts. So that's something you should have wanted to know.
Well, no, yeah. When it's the homies, yeah, of course, we always gonna hold the homie responsible, right, or accountable. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
Yeah.
why you ain't?
Hmm.
Why you did? Of course, I'm not. That's why I said earlier, I'm not saying that she was entitled to tell him. My whole point was a relationship. You're building trust to one day make this woman your wife. What I'm saying is her sharing that information in good faith without even if he didn't ask, that's the type of stuff that makes you trust a woman deeper
I
because
just
she
think you
told you it.
It's
So
it.
what I'm telling my homie is, yeah, she ain't have to tell you, but I don't think you need to keep a close eye on her because like I asked you about earlier, yeah, as a man, you're expected to do all these things, right? If y'all out and about and there's a threat, you expected to put your life
but
on the line
clean,
and protect this woman, even though it ain't your
clean.
wife.
We the head of the relationship, right? We on the hierarchy, right? You the man, right?
Yeah.
What you say ultimately go, right? Okay, I feel the same way. Don't isn't your I also believe as a man, we're responsible for setting the tone of the relationship too. So I think that we should have established, hey, as a man, hey, listen, we're gonna build this stuff. This is what I expect from you. What do you got going on? You got this going on, you got that going. Like it's also we set the tone. So if you didn't set the tone, asking her to be forthcoming about certain information and stuff like that, then she's done. She, would- how would what it is you're assuming that she should have did something. What if she truly just didn't think to bring up the fact that she had the 10,000?
Yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, what if? And I'm not saying that's likely, but I'm just saying, what if? You know what I'm saying? Like, what if she just didn't think about that money because that money is literally for like emergency. She probably ain't touched that money in years, like, hypothetically
But
speaking.
And
I feel, but what I'm saying is,
she did say that like the money is not for routine car maintenance. That's not what the money's for.
so
You
so
know,
that's what I'm saying. So, but what I'm saying is, if it's a situation where your car messed up and I just throw you 15 racks, like here, go ahead and get it fixed or get you another one, boom. Okay, cool.
15 racks.
But if
Jesus.
it's, well, I mean,
She
you
needed a new
know,
car. That's what
I
it sounded
know,
like to
right?
me.
I know.
Exactly.
But no, I'm saying like if it's a situation where it's that if it's that easy and I'm just tossing you the bread, yo, go ahead and get that fixed. Okay, cool. But if it's a situation where you see me inconveniencing my own life as an individual constantly, I would expect some level of good faith and not just, well, I'm gonna let him. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I'm still gonna do the type of dude I
Clean,
am.
clean. I just
I
disagree
don't
with you
want
on
your
this
money,
one.
and I'm
It's not
still
that
gonna
no,
work.
I don't disagree with your premise because I do believe there are some things in good faith that you should the information you should volunteer. I do agree with your premise. I don't agree with you applying that to this situation. That's the part where I just disconnected, and this
Well,
is where
this
I wish
situation
men
is it's a
should
holes in it.
ask.
It's ho-
But
like it,
right, it is
I
hoes.
wish
It is
I
hoes.
could talk to them or the dude or the girl because if
Yeah,
there's
you
certain
right.
key questions we could ask both of them that'll probably
Yeah,
change
that's true.
our outlook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
that's true. Yeah,
you know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? But what I'm just saying like that, like a lot of, I was just telling my homegirl this before. Uh, I was just like, yo, that's what makes y'all like wifey material is the good faith shit that y'all do. Because dudes don't want to be in relationships with women that they feel like are, keeping all like your money, our money, my money. You do your
Right.
responsibility to do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you're supposed to put your life on the line for me, and you're supposed to protect me, and
But
you're supposed to. It's
that's when you
almost a
decide that
situation
that's not
where
the
it's like,
good woman though. But that's when you differentiate the women that you play that you use,
yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
recreational use and the ones that you don't, right? And
right.
but everything is not what I just do. Just where I'm disagreeing. I'm agreeing and disagreeing. I agree with your premise. I disagree that everything should be forthcoming. Like you're saying that well you
Yeah.
should volunteer this, and you know what I mean because it builds good faith. I'm saying if she is, does it now mean she's not building good faith? What if she volunteered about the
Right.
other
That's what
stuff?
I want to
You know
know.
what I'm saying? She just didn't do this particular one. And in this
I
particular
gotta,
case,
but this is where you this is where you ask the you know what I'm saying this is where you find out because what I'm saying is like I said is not entitled to tell you. I agree with that part. What I'm saying is I'm due. The whole thing the story is how long have they been together? What previous sacrifices has he already made for her? What is the core of their relationship based on? If it's a situation where y'all just been dating for 4 months, hell yeah, I wouldn't expect her to tell him nothing. Like you
you know who I always put,
but if y'all
I
been
don't
you know
care
who
if
I
together
you've been
for
always,
dating him
four
for two,
years,
3 years. She's not obligated to
they
tell
not
me any of
married.
her
But she's
business.
not married. She's not married. And if he didn't ask, he didn't ask. But this is what I say. This is a premise I think all of us should go off of, men and women. And this is where I'm consistent. Whoever it affects, it's his responsibility to be the one asking the questions. The same reason why I
Oh,
tell women, this is the same reason why I tell women when they get pregnant and they have a baby and the dude is not around, I blame the woman. I'd be like, well, that's your fault. That's your stupid fault for not properly evaluating the man that you decided to give a baby to. You should have took that more serious. You should have evaluated. You should have asked him a bunch of questions. You should have fully got to know him before you decided to give a baby to a man that you just got pregnant to. You know why? Because you're the one that gets pregnant. And then now and vice versa. This man, you decided to work all these extra shifts to try to help out your girlfriend, no problem. But you're the one that got affected by feeling like you got duped because she didn't tell you certain stuff and you did those things. Well, it was your responsibility to ask those questions before you did it. That's because it's ultimately you're the one affected. So whoever is the one that's ultimately affected, I just would just assume, just being reasonable, that you would be the one with the questions because you're
well,
the one that's about to do the sacrificing.
but that's what I'm saying. That's where good faith comes in because you can get even if you ask the right questions,
clean, clean.
you can
There
still
is
get
no
duped.
good faith when you're in a relationship, okay? Do
No,
not
no, no,
What
no,
is
no.
a
It's
forget.
not that.
relationship
No,
then?
it's
What
no,
is a
no. It's not that. It's
relationship
no.
then? If that's the
It's not
case,
that it's no good faith. It's not. That's wrong, dude. It's not that it's no good faith. I'm telling you, everything is not everything. Hold on. All right, clean, clean. There are some things. that are say you believe a relationship and marriage is not the same, right?
No, I believe, yeah, I believe relationship
All right,
and
so
marriage
there
is
are
not the
certain
same, but a
things that in
relationship is an
relationship.
audition for marriage.
Right, but the
Yeah, but they're
audition
not.
require hold on, Didi, watch this. But the audition requires questions. You can't audition and you can't go to the interview and yes, there are some things, information you can volunteer, but you can't fault a person for not volunteering
Yeah, that's what I'm
information
trying to.
that you
Yes, that's what I'm
assume
trying to
them to
say.
ask. Because they could, don't get me wrong, I know a lot of women are wicked in the sense that they be purposely withholding certain
Yeah.
information. I'm not acting like that don't happen. But what I am also I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt in the scenario by saying, well, as a man, just as men, me, not how women say that, but as men speaking to each other, I would tell a man, fool, you need to be asking these questions. You the one that's signing up and risking your life for this woman and so on and so forth and all the things that come with being a man. You should be informed. You should be making an informed decision. So it's on you to make sure you ask these questions. I agree with you, Clean, that there are some areas that a woman can be transparent and volunteer, but then there are some areas that I don't expect for her to be necessarily transparent. We've been dating for a year and you're not married. I'm not going to be upset with her if she don't want to give you her social security number. Right? Like, then it's like, oh, well, is there certain things you don't have to be forthcoming with if
Yes.
you're not married. That's what especially when you just assuming that they should do it, even without even asking is the issue that I'm having. Without even asking, you didn't even ask. You know what I mean? You didn't even ask if this woman had money. And that's what I'm trying to figure out. And I ain't judging. But how poor are we that we don't even assume? I automatically kind of just assume you got a little bit of money somewhere. Like I don't be thinking people when they say they don't got no money, I don't assume that they literally have no
So
money.
Well
at
then,
that,
Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
well then, if that's my homie, I'm letting him know, yo, going forward, this relationship might have a don't ask, don't tell policy. And me,
Or we could just
if
ask.
you can't figure out every single question to ask her, she probably not gonna tell you.
But I think you're being extreme, clean.
yeah, I
Not
think
every
so
single
completely.
So
question. You
okay, so for
stretching
Yeah,
it.
instance,
definitely being a little
they not
extreme.
married, right? They not married, right? So
Yeah.
if I'm smashing other chicks,
Yeah.
I ain't tell her because she ain't ask. Am I wrong for that?
Yeah, if you're in a committed relationship, you are. But if you ain't, then no.
What, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. If so, what's the committed relation? If it's a committed relationship,
If you asked her to be your girlfriend, if you asked her, hey, listen,
Clean,
will you be my
but she
girlfriend?
ain't
And she
asked me
said
if she
yes.
ain't asked me. She ain't asked me.
clean,
I'm
clean.
smashing
People do
four
No,
not
chicks.
have to
that's
divulge their
assumed.
finances to you. That
That's
is
assumed,
not
though.
like that's not
He holding
even.
on to that. That's how he really feel. And
Yeah,
I ain't mad at
yeah.
you. I
No,
get
Yeah.
it.
no.
I get it.
No. I agree. Like I said, I agree with y'all. I'm not saying she was obligated to tell him. And if that was my daughter, I would be like, don't, keep your money, whatever. I'm not disagreeing with y'all from that aspect. All I'm talking about is good faith. Like I said, what a relationship ain't the same as marriage, but
There is no
I do
So
look
there's
at it
no
as an
good faith when it
audition
comes
for
to
marriage
that.
because as men, we invest. We all these
But
dinners,
but
dates,
she's
and
investing
trips,
too. But
and
she
it's
invested
us.
too. But she is investing,
But she
man.
investing.
She's investing in ways I can, it's think. Let's assume she's a good woman. This is just assuming that she is a good woman, right? She's investing because you know what? When I was dating my wife before I made her my wife, I told her very clear, I don't wash clothes and I don't even clean my own house, and that's an expectation I have of the woman I'm dealing with. So she came over, washed my clothes, she kept my house clean, stuff like that. She would buy candles and keep it smelling good. You know what I mean? She guess what? We didn't live together. So while she was auditioning, you know what I'm saying? I didn't tell her she had to do that, but I did set like, yeah, these kind of things I expect. These are the areas that would benefit me because I work a lot and I don't want to do these things. So if this is something, this is where you could step in and be of service to me and show me that, you know what I mean? Would be beneficial to me. So she was doing those things. She made me food every now and again. I ain't gonna act like she a good cook, but she would feed me at times and stuff like that. I mean, just saying the areas that's beneficial to me, she did. So and even with us not being in the married, it's a lot of single bitter women that can't get a man that would tell women, you ain't gotta be cleaning that man house, you don't gotta be washing his clothes. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Even
fact.
on the sink, you know what I mean? So that is her investing. You know what I mean? I can't take away, I can't, they may not be, listen, they may not be as major investments and compared to a man risking his life for his girlfriend out on a date, right? Like, I'm not saying they're like equally equivalent, but I'm just highlighting that there are things that the women do to show that they invested too. You know what I'm
So
saying? And
what's
sometimes
the minimum? What's the minimum then? How long you gotta be with somebody before they tell you that they got the 10 wax?
until you ask. Well, that's my opinion. I want men to stop doing. I
So
want men to start doing stuff they should
let's
do.
assume that he asked, and
Yes,
because in her mind that money for other stuff, she didn't
right.
divulge it.
That she's a liar, and you shouldn't be with her. See how that work? Eliminate her. She's a liar. Because if you asked her straight up, hey, listen. Do you have money? Do you have any investments? Would you have anything going? Like, what you going? And she decides that she don't want to be forthcoming with that. That's a sign that she was raised by a bitter woman in most cases who
Oh
taught
my
her.
god!
Hold on, let me tell you. Let me finish.
What?
Let me tell you. Hold on, let me tell you. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. That's a sign that she was probably raised by a single mom or a woman that a man doesn't want to use more than just sexual purposes, who can't keep a man, and she is indirectly teaching her, hey girl, always keep an emergency stash just in case you got to get out of there. See, that's called leaving a relationship
Wait,
money.
wait,
You
wait,
see
wait,
what
wait,
I'm
wait,
saying?
wait, FA, because
Yep.
we just said
That's
everybody needs
called
to have their own stash, FA. Come
no, no,
on
no, no.
now.
She said that he said that she lied about not telling him about it. So if she's not being forthcoming about her having that money, it's because she don't want him to know that anytime, whenever she decides that she no longer wants to be in this relationship, she got money to leave.
She
See
got
what
an
I mean?
exit plan.
She got an exit plan, and that's why she's a liar. And it also is a reflection of probably how she was raised, because a lot of single mothers who raise their daughters, they
Teach
usually
them to have an
don't
exit
teach
plan.
them. Yeah, they don't teach
Okay, let
them
me
to
ask
really
a
be
question
fully
because
invested in the
what
man
is
that they
wrong
want to
with a
date.
woman having a exit plan? I think we talked about this before.
Oh,
A
it's
exit
horrible.
plan stash. What is wrong with? That's a terrible thing. I didn't know that.
Yes, yes,
I'm gonna
because a
jump
man.
in.
This is what clean. Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let you
And
talk.
I know I'm
Go
my bad. I'm just saying I'm gonna jump in and say I don't think it's a terrible thing because I think
ahead.
regardless of the relationship, self preservation is always gonna be number one, no
Ooh,
matter who you are,
ooh.
male or female. Now, yeah,
Disagree.
you might view it as a sign of disrespect or they was never really down for me. Take that shit on the chin and fucking keep it moving. That's what we all should do. To be
This in a
very
marriage?
honest.
This in
Well,
a
yeah,
marriage, though, bro.
once you get married,
No, no,
it's
no. I didn't say in a
preservation of the
marriage.
unit.
I'm not saying in a marriage. I didn't hear the
Oh,
marriage
I
part.
thought she. Yeah, yeah. She said.
What I did, what I did, here was that her not being forthcoming about it was a problem. I think everybody, male or female, self preservation is always number one, regardless of the relationship. You can get another motherfucking relationship, or what the fuck ever.
No, you
Self
can't though.
preservation.
Yeah, you
How
might
come you
not be
can't?
No,
able to.
no, 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 no,
A
no, no.
lot
I
of
don't.
these
No, no,
chicks,
no, no. I don't mean you literally can't get another relationship. What I'm saying is, if you're, you can't. How are you built? Okay, so you evolve a girl from girlfriend status to marriage because you develop trust and all of that. And if you're
Of
not
course.
being honest during the dating process, how do you ever evolve to the next step?
that's what I was saying earlier.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
exactly.
saying? And I think
Not.
that but when you say she don't have to tell you, I'm not permitting somebody to lie. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can't
Now,
permit
I agree
lying.
with you. I totally agree with you on that. The lying
It's
is
not lying.
it's
It's
different.
just I don't
It's
want to
with
tell you maybe
See,
necessarily
see, see
what
it. See the
is in my bank
justification
account.
right there. See that?
No,
And
no,
see,
no, no. He didn't say how
but
much.
but
He said, "Do you have?"
Oh, okay. Then, well,
I
yeah.
said,
yeah,
"Do you
he ain't
have
ask her
money?"
how
You
much.
just said,
Do
"Yeah."
you
He
have
just
money?
said,
Now, if
"Do you have money?"
lie and say no, that's all the way effed up. Yeah, you deserve
Yeah,
whatever foot you get in your ass after that.
yeah. Okay, I'm
However,
with you with that.
I was also gonna say a lot of times when men don't ask those questions, it's usually it's because he's super down for her, and he's really trying to eliminate an issue for both of them.
Any
She
reason
gonna be
why he would? Yeah, you're
he
right.
probably
if
more
she gonna be
down for her than
whining.
she is for him.
And guess
Yeah,
what? That's a problem.
that happens a lot too. That happens a lot too.
And you know what?
Definitely.
We need to purge that weakness out of us as men. because
Facts.
you can't ever be afraid of losing a woman. Meaning, when you're trying to select a woman that you want to be with, you can't ever be afraid of losing her. You know, what you just told me sounds like what my man did. When they're afraid, they won't ask certain questions because they're afraid that of the answer. But if your morals and the standards that you set for yourself as a man cannot be compromised just because you like a girl. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to lose girl, because guess what? This like that you think you have for her will slowly fade in time. Like, you're not going to be as excited about her 10 years from now. But the things, the morals and things that you
And
set,
don't fall off. Don't fall
exactly.
off. They
Exactly. Yeah,
are
exactly. It'll show you how quickly she go.
just
And
Your
a
phone
lot of
breaking up.
times, men, you
he's
jump in.
measuring
Clean, clean. Your phone breaking
or
up. Clean, clean.
Yeah, I was gonna say a
what
lot of time as men, you just jump into hero mode, man. You jump
she
into hero
you
mode. You're trying to say today.
And we got to stop doing that, though, right? We
you
do got to
she
stop
Yeah.
doing
you
that.
gotta stop that.
Do agree we got to stop,
You
especially to
gotta
a
stop
woman that's
that
not even appreciative.
because
Well, clean, you all over the place, bro. We
Yeah,
don't
clean,
hear
and
you.
clean.
like
Yeah,
Your
you
phone
yeah.
break.
got
Clean, clean. Your phone breaking up.
I got that.
Hold up.
Mute your phone,
Clean,
clean,
come
One
back.
clean.
second,
Your
y'all
phone
hear me
breaking
now?
up.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. X him out till we
Yeah.
get it service.
I don't want to end the video. I want to exit him out. Hold on. I think he exited himself out. I want to read Tasha's comment. She said, if I'm asked what my financial situation looks like, I would fully disclose.
There we go.
However, uh, I I am also entitled to inform you what you will and won't have access to.
Amen.
Yeah, that's the negotiation
Amen.
process. See, in my opinion, so for me and for the wife, for the woman I married, I agree with what she just said, but my
Mm-hmm.
requirement was I needed everything. Meaning, I needed to know that you were willing to give me all your little money. That was important to me. Now, I don't need the money. I don't want it, but I wanted to know. Would you be
Yeah.
willing to put all of this money in this joint account? And she was like, absolutely. Really quick. Yeah, yeah. But matter of fact, this was in my 401k. This is what's in this, is in that. So I'm fully aware of every dollar she has. And guess what? She's fully aware of every dollar I have. I didn't necessarily, but that was important to me. So I was on up. Now, she don't have access to all the money that I have. But the point is, this was the questions that I was asking while we were dating. You know what I mean?
But
Now,
she
but I'm
knows. But she knows what you have in your bank account. She
She
just
knew
doesn't.
what I had at one point. Yes.
But
She had
does
an
she know now,
idea.
though? Does she know now?
No, she don't. But if she was the ex, then I would tell her. I mean, she's my wife now. I wouldn't care.
But don't you feel like maybe she's obligated to know what that is? That she's your wife now? I'm just
I
playing devil's
get it.
advocate.
I'm just saying, yes. Yes, my wife. If my wife asked me how much money I have, I would tell her.
But why does she have to ask? Why you can't just tell her? I'm just
Why am
asking.
I
I'm just
coming
devil's
home? Oh
advocate.
yeah, but why am I just coming? You think I'm coming home just like, oh yeah, by the way, baby, I
I'm
just
just
threw another 5 grand. I just threw another 5 grand in the savings account. I'm just letting you keep you. That's not realistic, baby.
saying.
I'll jump in on that too. I'll jump in on that, Didi. I'll
Uh-huh.
say I never tell the amount,
Okay.
and I'll be
Hmm.
transparent here. I went to
Yeah.
Vegas. I went to Vegas with about 8 grand and came back with 91,
Ooh, beautiful. Good hit, brother.
and didn't tell her at all.
Hold on,
What
your
table?
First
wife?
thing her
What
ass,
table was you
yeah,
on?
didn't tell my wife at all. I didn't tell
Okay,
her at
okay,
all. And the
okay.
reason I
Talk to me.
didn't tell her, because I knew the first thing she gonna want to do is go to the motherfucking
You,
mall.
there you go. Well, there you go. I understand that. Though. See, but I understand. So hold on. Okay, I'm glad you said that, bro, because this is where nuance matters, right? So my position, my opinion is not concrete for everyone. I'm saying that I have a woman that doesn't spend money. So because I have a woman that I spend way more money than she does. You know what I mean? So she's the type where I don't have a problem with telling her that, because she ain't spending and it's not going to be an issue. As far as if I had a woman that liked to shop and spend a lot of money, I would be just like him. I would be like, oh
Okay.
no, that's not for the best of the relationship. I don't need to be telling you all of this, because this is going to cause problems. Because when I tell you no, and you believe that you shouldn't, I shouldn't tell you no because we got all this extra money, we got all this money, why I can't spend this and that and that and this? It's just gonna cause issues. So brother, I agree with you. I wanted to let you know I agree with you. I think this is when circumstances kind of like play in. You know what I'm
That's what.
saying?
That's what.
Like,
See, I got to play that. That's why I was playing devil's advocate, because I know. Okay, under certain circumstances, you're not going to tell your mate everything, because
Yeah,
of
if it's
whatever
counterproductive.
yeah, whatever the
Mm.
circumstances are.
I
She's
saved
not gonna know
myself a
everything.
headache.
There you go. He saved himself a headache. I agree. I agree. Sometimes I may not be so forthcoming about certain things because I know it's you know your partner, and you know sometimes you know what they're good at and what they're not good at. Women do it all the time. Women don't 100%. It's a good thing too. One of the jobs of a woman is to stroke her man's ego. Sometimes stroking your man's ego requires lying and embellishing, right? Yeah, you the best I ever had. You might not be the best you ever had, but I'm okay with my wife lying to me, telling me that I'm the best. That's okay for me. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, okay. So that's because a part of being a woman is just stroking your man ego, making him feel like he the best and this and that and that and this and that's cool. Maybe every man don't require that. I'm not saying I require it in that all instances. I'm just giving them examples of like it is, sometimes you do things because you know the person you with, and
Yeah.
that's why I agree with him.
Yeah,
But there are some
I
standard
that
things though
I
that
think that's where I was going with it. I think, and with clean clean too, that's where I was going with it. I think that certain things are on a need to know basis. Like, okay, maybe she didn't disclose it at the moment because it wasn't the moment for it. But who knows, later on down the line, had a serious emergency came up with the house or whatever, you know what I'm saying? She would have might have disclosed it then. She just didn't disclose it at the time. And again, I don't
nah,
feel like she was
I think he
obligated
should
to.
have asked. Hey Jay, can I ask you a question, Jay?
Yes, sir.
Jay,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
so
Go ahead.
let's say hypothetical. First, two questions. If you had a particular wife that I'm not saying your wife, but in a scenario, let's say you had a wife that didn't shop a lot, she didn't spend a lot of money. Would you be more forthcoming if she asked? Would you tell her, or would you have told her about like, baby, I want 91,000? Would you have kind of volunteered that information if you had one of those in a scenario where a woman was like that?
It
And the second
depends.
question is, okay, go. I'm
No,
gonna
go
let you
ahead.
answer the first one.
Okay, yeah, I would say it depends. In that instance, I had already made that mistake before
Mm.
of saying what I had, and oh, well, we need to do this and we need to do that and this, that, and the other. And the nigga that made plans for your money that you won, and they ain't put up no risk for that money. I gambled and got that
Yeah.
money.
But when you say no, though, okay, but I guess this is the part where I'm not, and I don't want to seem overly macho, but when you
Okay.
say no, that's you, for me, that would have been the end. I mean, I don't say it's going to be the end of the conversation, but you know what it is? I also don't really date very argumentative women. Like, you know how, like, you got some women that's like persistent and they're going to be like, no,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
about if, you know what I mean? So I guess that's why I'm not,
We ain't had no argument about it. It was more so I got the attitude because
right, because
We
you
got
ain't
I
do
this
didn't let
what
you
you
make
money.
want.
plans for it.
Right. We
Okay,
got this
okay,
money. You
okay.
heard me, Tizzle? We got this
Yeah.
money, so I need to we gonna spend it. We got to
No.
spend it.
Nah, that's a negative. That's a negative. I
You
agree.
know,
I agree with you on that. Okay. Okay.
so that's why my future doesn't consist of a woman that was raised on survival.
Oh, and
That
that
it. You're
and
right.
that plays a good part too. That's a very good. Ooh, that's a very good topic. Now, Tizzle, let me ask you a question. When you won that money, where did you put it? You put it in your personal account, right?
Nope, I
Where'd you
sure
put it?
didn't.
You got a secret
I,
bank
I
account?
no, I put 75% of it in the stock market.
Oh, good for
Oh,
you.
okay.
Okay.
He
Okay.
reinvested it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, you
Yeah,
got
it
some major discipline. 75%. Oh
yeah,
my goodness.
yeah.
That's a
Good
lot
for
of money.
you.
Yeah,
Now,
that's good. That's
what I
good.
did do, that I mean, after a while it kind of shut her up about it. But like one of the things that my wife did was she had a huge problem, and I created this monster
Okay.
where she didn't wear a lot of like Jordans and fly shit beforehand.
Right.
And then I started buying this shit for her all the time. And
Mm-hmm.
then once she got a little money, she went crazy and started buying it for herself.
Yeah.
Didn't make
Yeah.
her a bad person. That's just what she liked.
Yeah. She splurged a little.
So
Okay.
yeah, so she splurged a lot.
Yeah.
Okay. So it got a little
So
excessive.
Listen,
woo,
listen, I'm taking it
listen,
back to
I
what
felt that, brother. I felt that one.
listen, I'm taking
I
it
was a
back to what Coach
sneakerhead. I was a
Right.
sneakerhead for a little
and
while. That was a phase in my life. Boy, she took it way past what I ever did. I was like, shit, I probably got 150 pair of Jordans. This Negro got like 400.
Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. She got locked
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, she
Listen,
got
I don't
locked
think
in.
there's wrong with having a little stashy stash. I don't think. In fact,
I
I
think it's
encourage it.
wrong with
Okay.
lying. I gotta
The
stay on top.
lying
That
part is
it's
wrong,
lying.
but having the stash is not wrong. I feel like what that man said. You wasn't in the gym shooting with me. You wasn't in the
Yeah,
gym.
with
Let me
me,
stop. Let
Shim,
me
you
stop.
wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
I'm just joking. Before I have to be like, Dee Dee. All right, let's
No,
take a
I
5 minute
agree with
break,
that.
y'all. Baby Barack said, greetings to my brothers, FA and Tech. Y'all dropping jewels right now, yo. Good look, Tech on the morning show.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
big up to my
that that
brother on
that
Streets 94.5.
that
Yes.
was that. Wait, no, that was for one day. Don't do that. That was for one day. He will not be. I will not be making a return to the radio industry. It was for one day. I just filled in for my brother, Young Jock. That's my guy.
I know. I'm trying to get Tizzle to come back because he's one of the good guys in radio because there's not too many folks left in radio that are actually good folks, and he's one of the good guys. And
Nigga,
he's always,
I'd rather work at Krispy Kreme, nigga.
Damn, is that bad?
Hell
radio
yeah.
Man,
is
Uh,
radio
uh,
is another mind.
can I explain it? Can I
Go
explain it?
ahead. You can
I
please, I
explain
guarantee you.
it.
would love to hear it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Radio is a place of really talented, weak ass niggas.
Really, really. And are these weak ass niggas in position of power?
Well, definitely.
Okay, okay, I got you. Okay,
And
okay.
and that's why I call it.
Oh, come on, babe. Don't do us like that.
That
Jack,
right
you
at the
still
good part.
Y'all still got me?
there? Okay,
Y'all hear
yeah.
me? I bet y'all back. Y'all got me? Y'all hear
Yeah.
me?
I'm like, hey, wait a minute.
Okay.
That's the good part. Wait a minute. Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
now somebody tried to call me. No, I mean, and most of them, don't get me wrong. Like, if you ain't never had that power before and that kind of power before, and
Hmm.
the power goes to your head,
Uh-huh.
then if you somebody working for them people, you in for a long motherfucking career. It depends upon how long you can hang on working with them, because there's a lot of very difficult people in radio, and most people lead according to their egos.
Yep.
You know what? I can see that. You know why? Because I don't know much, but that Ebro dude, he rubbed me the wrong. Just I could just tell as a man. I could just tell as a man. As a man, I know we would have definitely squabbled because I could just tell from his energy, and maybe because I come from a certain environment and how you say things will like is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? He kind of like be to me sometimes I can just tell he be talking to niggas like they little boys or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what
If
I
you
mean? I could just tell.
Hefe, where you from, man?
I'm from Maryland, just DC.
So if you ever just spent a whole bunch of time in New York, it's kind of like
Hmm.
in the morning, it's not like the South. People ain't waking up smiling, talking about, oh, I'm gonna have an
Right,
amazing day. People in New
right,
York
right.
they wake up and they're like, hey, fuck you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly,
Yeah.
That's
exactly,
New York.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's New York.
Okay,
And
okay.
even though Ebro is not from New York, he's been there long enough where he adapted that
Yeah,
mindset
adapted.
and
Okay,
that style of living.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
he
okay,
probably was. I heard he was a pretty good dude beforehand,
okay,
but I mean,
okay.
hell, New York is enough to change people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's one of them things that after getting around a person, you'll be able to tell. I'm just making an outward assumption. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
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 Well, you
no
don't got to
doubt.
worry about that. They about to have some other good comment on there. Well, yeah. Anyway.
They're doing
Um.
Joe Budden. They're doing Joe Budden in the morning.
that's just because
Oh.
Joe Budden just popping. You can tell they run with whoever got the money, like
Yeah.
Gave him
whoever
si-
got the attention and the listeners.
I'm happy for him. Gave that brother 60 million.
Good for
Really,
him. Yeah.
Woo,
that's what's up.
60 M's.
And don't think you get
Ooh,
radio getting them
to
type of
do radio,
they don't
damn, I
they
didn't
don't
know they
give them
was even
type of
think
deals
like
to just anybody.
that.
They
Shit.
don't give
I
those
think
deals
I
to
think
anybody.
I do think he had to sell some of the ownership of the podcast though.
He
Oh
I
yeah.
must
don't think.
have.
Yeah, I think he had to get that up,
Hey,
which
can
is
I get a quick question? Who is the getting money? Who getting like real like millions of dollars like that to do radio? Like, is it the names we know like Big
yeah,
Boy and
yeah,
so Big
yeah.
Boy and Flex Washington? Well,
Nah,
not
nah, nah, nah,
Washington,
nah,
Flex,
nah,
whatever his name
nah,
is.
not Flex. Flex is doing okay in New York, but he's just in New York. To me, and if I'm not mistaken, the biggest earner in all of radio right now is Steve Harvey.
Yeah.
Really? I'm talking
Yeah.
about hip hop
Yes.
though, like hip hop radio, like
I
urban
mean,
hip hop.
okay, okay. Well, we'd be here all night, but I'm gonna sum it up in a phrase. In mainstream radio, there's not a lot of people making a ton of money. And the reason that there
Mhm.
isn't is because the way that the record industry is being formed now. There are no
Yeah.
superstars. So
Right.
now what it does is that it devalues it so that they don't have to pay that type of money. And once they devalue it, we don't stick around and they totally control our culture from there.
Mm, got it.
So nobody really is making a ton of money in mainstream radio. It's a few that's doing okay, your big boys. I don't really view Big Boy like that. Big Boy older than us.
Right, right,
He just on them stations. But
right,
there's
right.
n- but there's nobody in syndicated radio. Not even shoot. I ain't gonna put my brother's business out there. I don't think Jock making that kind of bread.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
You know,
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
think
yeah,
I,
for
Ricky
sure.
though. I think Ricky and Steve, they're probably the top earners.
yeah,
Because
but neither of them are on mainstream stations. They're all on
oh,
UACs.
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, yeah, I got
So
you. Yeah.
yeah, they don't do hip hop anymore. Hip
The
hop,
Breakfast Club, no.
the Breakfast Club is a different anomaly because it's syndicated, but the Breakfast Club doesn't make that kind of money. Charlemagne makes that kind of money. There
Yeah,
Okay,
is a
yeah, yeah.
difference.
okay.
Charlemagne is the more outspoken one. All
Right.
the rest of them, they could literally replace them at any moment, and nobody would miss them.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. I get that. You're right.
Charlemagne just got a what is it, $40 million deal, but that's to run the Black Information Network and to supply them with information that keeps Black people listening to iHeart Properties.
Mm.
Got it. I did hear he just had a big deal. Okay, okay, okay. That's what's up. All right.
All right, let's do some final thoughts, y'all. Sorry, I know we got off topic, but that was good ish. Appreciate you, Tizzle, as
No
always,
doubt,
guys.
always.
That's why we trying to get this discussions with Dee Dee Parker this moving, because yeah, radio is a dying dinosaur, unfortunately. So,
Hmm.
Well, I would
um,
say in final, I would say as men, this for the men. Hey, listen, man, we need to start asking things that are important to us. We need to start writing them down and making sure that when we picking a woman that we want to be with, that we're asking certain questions and gathering certain information that's vital to us and the things that we offer. You know what I mean? If we offering financial stability or we're offering, going out there and busting your ass and working overtime to make sure that things get paid and taken care of, then it's more in our interest to make sure that we also are asking these women certain questions so we won't be so disappointed if we find out things later. You know what I mean? So let's start making it where we start asking more questions and not all questions clean. I ain't saying you gotta ask them every
yeah,
question in the world, but I mean, 10 questions ain't hard. Write down 10 and money should be one of them.
maybe we might come back and do that
uh,
topic, like 10 questions men should be asking women. That might be a good topic.
Yeah, we can talk about that.
yeah, we could definitely talk about that. I'll say in closing that, well, I love what Hefe just offered because that's so true. I would add to that. I heard that, men should not think that because you want her to be, what's the word I'm looking for? Submissive. Submissive does
Mhm.
not mean selling her soul.
Yeah,
Hello.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that
Submit, yeah,
100%.
submissive means that she on your team and she's a willing participant and she
Yeah.
riding with you. But
Yeah.
selling her soul and, giving up everything she owns and has to support what could possibly be some bad fucking decisions is not smart for her.
Damn,
So,
amen, brother. I agree with that. Now, I agree with that full, and
mm,
I think that is one to add to what you just said. I think that's one of the things that how us as men have contributed to the negative connotation what submissive is. Like, so when they
Mm.
hear submissiveness, sometimes, although I don't think they should be offended when they hear that word, but that's the part where I can be accountable, where I feel like us as men started to stretch what submissive is and to some of the things you just said, like giving up everything you got just to be with like, nah, that ain't what submissive is. That's kind of foolish. So I agree with that.
And that might be another topic because I think sometimes,
Man, that was good.
women think one way about what submission looks like, and I think men think another way. And do we really know what that looks like for both of us? Tasha said, and vice versa, women damn sure don't ask basic ass questions. And
Mhm.
she said, submissive doesn't mean being broke either.
Man,
I
it
agree with
definitely
that.
don't mean being broke. Shit. I
Agree with
uh
that.
I I, I think in closing, shit, man. I think that I'll say this, Dee Dee. First of all, I'm so glad that you do this and
Thank
that
you.
you use your platform to have fun giving people empowering people with information. I think you got to do this topic, and then I'm gonna get the hell out the way. I think you need to do a topic on us, especially as Black folks. We get out here, we be dating and we be all in love, but the reality is that we don't really know shit.
Mm.
Mhm. Mhm.
We
Agree with
don't
that.
know shit. We be the first to be out here popping our shit and blah 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 blah. But the reality is that we don't know shit, and we find out everything on the fly, and that's why
Wow.
Black people as a whole have so many problems in relationships, and it literally be because you learning on the fly.
Exactly. Because you're not
You know
asking
what it do,
questions. Yeah,
BB?
I agree with that.
Tech, it be lust. That's all it be. We be lusting.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
And it be lust and bragging, meaning like wanting to appear. It's all
yeah.
about status. You know what I'm saying?
And then you got some who are really genuine because I have seen some women who be really excited about a guy that they're dating, but she has no clue on how to love him or even how to ask the right questions
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that she's doing the right things. Because now, when the relationship don't start working, now she's all in her feels and
Yeah.
she becomes insecure, and
Yeah.
yeah,
then neither one of them have enough smarts to
yeah.
communicate properly.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right. And you got it, brother. And this is where I say, as men, this is where I say, even my friends, when I say reasons why I don't believe that they're alpha men, it's not because they're not strong. It's not because they're not getting money. It's not because like they can't protect and do stuff like that. You know what it is? It's because y'all don't know nothing. Y'all don't seek knowledge. Y'all don't go learn stuff when you don't know it. Y'all don't go on YouTube and look at a 15-minute tutorial about credit or about what are the three legislative branches of the government, or why is it important? Why is it crazy that he just bombed Venezuela? We
Hello.
don't know nothing. We just don't be
Thank you.
knowing nothing. When you don't know nothing, it stops your ability to be able to properly lead. This is why I always tell dudes, once you get a girl, once the girl you dealing with knows that she's smarter than you, it's gonna be almost impossible to lead her. I'm just letting y'all know that,
Okay.
brother. Once she thinks she make better decisions than you, she's not gonna listen to you.
Yeah,
And partly she shouldn't be that way, but partly I understand because you don't be knowing nothing. Like my brother just said,
yeah. I
That was
can't tell you
enlightening,
how
that
many.
boy.
I
That was
can't tell
good.
you how many brothers I be around. And I
you
be want
don't
to be
know nothing.
like, nigga, you know that's not right, right?
Right. You feel me? You feel me? And you know what? I be the nigga to say it. You just don't know. You know what I mean? I be like, you sound dumb, right? You know that's wrong, right? Like, come on, let's sit down, let's talk about it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, brother, I like that one. You need to write
Thank
that
you
down,
both,
DD.
Tech and SA, for hopping on here. Thank you guys. YouTube, like, subscribe, follow. Thank you again, YouTube, for the new subscribers that I got for running up that TI video. I super duper appreciate y'all for running that up on YouTube. But again, like, subscribe, follow. Twitch, appreciate you. IG, always a blast. No IG live tomorrow because I'm hosting John Singleton. He has a son. I did an interview with him, Seven Singleton. He's opening a new sound stage here, so I'll be doing that, hosting that tomorrow. So no live though.
Nice.
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 We'll be back on Wednesday. It's
We're
cool.
back on Wednesday. And like Baby Barack, I'll leave it with Baby Barack's final thoughts. Let's keep growing and grinding in 26, fellas and ladies. Stay sucker free this year and don't let that box trick you up. Well, that's to you fellas.
True. Yes, indeed. That's a fact.
Yeah, he right though. But you know me, I wear a size 13. I kick a bitch in the back.
There you go. See ya. See ya.
Later,
I'm
y'all.
not. I'm
All right.
not. But I appreciate y'all. We'll do it again Wednesday, y'all. See y'all later.
Later.
All right, bye.